Well, hello. Yes, it's nighttime because we're waiting. We did everything, right? Aren't we all getting ready for the snowstorm? So it is snowing a tad, but it's not sticking very much. We got all of our shopping done during the week. We got all the activities we need to be doing for the week. We got the cars fixed. We have gas in the cars. We got our shopping done for food. Everybody's safe. We went to Mass tonight so that we don't have to go tomorrow. And we're getting ready. We are ready. The only bad thing is that now that Mr. Fry is doing so good. Oh my gosh, he's doing so well. Thank you to all of you that prayed for him. I really mean it. I got candlelight. Isn't that nice? So, if you prayed for him, thank you. Because he actually wasn't supposed to go to work until another day. But he thought, you know what, let me go in now. I feel pretty good. And he made it. And actually, he hurt his knee a little tiny bit. And then, boom, it got healed real fast. Like, it didn't linger. So your prayers are powerful. Keep going. You know, I would say pray a few more times to keep him safe for us, if you wouldn't mind. And so now we're just waiting for the snow. Nothing much, like I said. I was nervous coming out of Mass because when the roads first get that slipperiness to it, I get more nervous with that than if there's a lot of snow. Because a lot of snow, you have like at least like the tracks, and there's a lot of snow on the sides to kind of keep you from falling off the road. So I was in my van. We have very bad tires. We were supposed to get them fixed, and it didn't work out. So I actually was driving down the road in my van, and then we had to drive back. We drove back and got Steve's car. It's much better in the snow. So, yeah, I prayed for you all tonight at Mass, you and your families. All right, so I am actually sitting in my room in the dark. Okay, I just needed a little change of pace, a little slow. I kind of feel really, really tired, and I just wanted like a change of pace, you know, rather than just always being in my kitchen or my living room. And we have a playroom, but it's so cold. It's like literally you could see your breath. We don't bother putting the heat on in there because it's so, what is it? It's so, I'm trying to keep you here. It's so not insulated well, so we don't bother. But I do miss it in there. Anyway, so it is 8 o'clock. There's nothing going on. I'm just sitting in my room in my little prayer chair, just watching YouTube videos. You know, I really enjoy my YouTube videos. But you know what else I miss? I miss the desire in me to want to just go watch old movies in my room and just kind of like stay there. Like, you know what my vacation would be like? My vacation, I have two different types, besides like spending a ton of money and going off, you know, to an exotic island, which was wonderful. I would say spending the entire day in my bed watching old movies. Get up now and then to maybe eat and then get back in that bed and just keep watching movie after movie after movie until the next day. To me, that would be one of my perfect vacations. Yes, I would love that. And not have to go help anybody, not have to go anywhere, not even nothing, just that. So that's one. The other one would be, I had a really good time. Besides, like I said, going to an exotic island, like who doesn't love that? Or you're just traveling around with your family. You always get blessed doing that. And I don't mean that. I mean like real simple things. I was on a vacation. My husband took our 3 children to out for the day, jumping off bridges into the water, and I stayed behind at the hotel, and I was in a hammock. Oh my gosh, 4 hours. And there was a train track right next to me. I was waiting for a bear to come out, but there was train tracks right there, and every now and then a train would go by. And it was so beautiful. And I got to take one of my beautiful books with me and just read and read and read all about God. It was wonderful. It was called My Imitation of Christ. It's a 500-year-old book in the Catholic Church. So Like the actual book I was holding is not 500 years old, but the book itself was written that long ago. And I was in my glory. I felt so renewed, so peaceful. It was like I was just swinging and swinging and swinging for just like hours. It was beautiful, you know. Yep. So do you have any favorite types of vacations that you like besides spending a lot of money? Obviously, when we spend a lot of money and we go places, that's always really fun. Exotic islands are the best. Anyway, they really are. If you've never been to an exotic island, I highly recommend. I highly recommend going on one or to one because, oh my gosh, amazing. Totally amazing. I really enjoy whenever I go with my kids and my husband to anywhere. It doesn't even have, it could be local. That's usually the best place. Local or a couple of states away. In the car. I'm sorry. My lungs. I called the doctor. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, they got back to me a day later, and I wasn't able to get in touch with them, so I got to wait for the weekend. Oh, wow. My lungs are so bad. But definitely not, it's like a different bad than the last time I was sick. Last time was asthma and pneumonia. This time, I have no clue. It definitely feels like a pneumonia type thing going on with all the mucus. It is just so, wow. It's like you could tell that it's all in there. And every time I cough, you could tell that my lungs are trying to push it out. It is amazing. It's amazing how the body works all by itself. I don't even have to know anything about the body. It just does it on its own. That's magnificent, isn't it? I just love it. So anyway, I love traveling with my family in the car. We're always together, all tight-knit. And we're getting a lot better. I remember we first started doing that as a family, like driving around and going places. And like the frustration that you would get eventually from being in the car and people yelling at each other. And then there's like punishments now. And it's like everybody's punished. It's like we're getting so much better at that now. And I really believe that when that happens, that you should definitely pray quietly in your own mind to God. But I highly recommend praying together, like get everybody's attention and say, okay, stop. We need to stay focused here. You know, let's pray right now. And everybody prays together because it just like, you know, too much, you know, nonsense going on. It's like, all right, let's stay focused here. So yeah, so that's about it. So this talk was about vacation and my lungs. Okay. All right. It is Saturday night. It felt like Sunday a lot. Yeah. So, oh, my lungs. Oh my gosh. So, I'm trying to think what else is happening. I don't think anything. My kitchen is clean. I think that's why I'm up here right now. It's because like everybody's doing their own thing. I do have laundry to fold. Isn't that thrilling? Yeah. And I want to be motivated to do it. I love to make my house a home. And I love to have the room's nice, you know. But that doesn't always work, does it? And tonight, I just kind of want to chill out, you know. Anyway, we've been going to a Vietnamese Mass. Did I tell you that before? We've been going to a Vietnamese Mass. And it's so adorable. My youngest loves going, and I do too. I really do. I kind of know the gist of what's happening just because it's just like, hold on a second. So the Vietnamese Mass, sorry about that. The Vietnamese Mass is so cute in that Vietnamese people in my mind are so adorable because, you know, Americans were just so big and broad and they're just so little. They're just little people. And they all, something about, there must be something that they eat, because all the men, no matter how old they are, they all have their hair. I saw one man that was kind of sort of thinning, but not really, like, kind of. But you could tell, like, he wasn't never really going to get fully bald. It was like he had all his hair, all the men. So, it's like, and they're so reverent, right? They're so reverent in the Mass. And they're not quick about things. They take their time in honoring God, So we like going, and it's so odd too, because like their words don't seem like words at all. They seem like sounds. I know words that I have sound now coming out, but their sounds literally sound like a sound, like, ugh, that's a word, or, ooh, like that's a word, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It really is. They're just so cute, so cute. So we actually have been going to a few of them, and I would go probably all the time. It's just that my son he can't focus to that. It's like, it's hard enough for him to listen and say, what's going on here. So I have to switch on and off now and then. So anyway, I guess that's it. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just hanging out with you guys. So, are you having snow, or do you have sunshine? What's happening over there? What's going on over there, hey? Oh, do you know that I sat yesterday at a skate park for 6 hours? I did. 6 hours. I did. It was so long. I used to do that like 2 or 3 times a week. Each time I went, I did it that long, And I think it's worth it, definitely, but it's hard. Okay, so here I am. I am me and you are you, and you're watching me, but I can't see you. Would it be cool, though, if we could? I mean, I know there's, like, live things that you could do, but what would be cool is if I could see, like, little pictures of, remember, like, the Brady Bunch? If I could just see everybody's pictures, but then that would be alive, so it really can't happen like this. Oh, forget about it. Never mind. So I have nothing really exciting to say, but do I ever really? So, not really. You just live your life. Yowza. Was that Happy Days, or was it Laverne and Shirley? Yowza, yowza, yowza. Was that Laverne and Shirley with Squiggy and the other guy, Lenny and Squiggy? Was that them? I wish that I could make a movie, and I wish that I could be Mary Poppins. I think I would have been a swell Mary Poppins. Do you think I would make a great Mary Poppins? I do. I think I am Mary Poppins. But I'd be coughing all over the place. I'd be going spit spot, and I'd be like spitting everywhere and coughing. Awful. All right, so rather than sit here and dawdle, I will probably go downstairs and visit my husband and see if Miffy, the beautiful bun babe, has food. And I will go. I really want veggie chips right now. Yeah, I can't eat cheese anymore. I want cheese. I do. I can't have it anymore. I really like it a lot. Like a real lot. Like, I used to watch my father eat blocks of cheese like this. And I would be like horrified. As a child, you like it on pizza. You like grated cheese and things like that. But to sit there and eat even a slice of cheese, I'd be like, could never do it. Now, oh yes. But I tell you that I guess a lot of people are allergic to the proteins in milk. I'm going to miss that noise someday. I can hear my children whenever they're singing or playing or whatever. I think about how one day, sounds like a tea kettle. Okay, go get the tea kettle off, will you? But I often think about how I will miss those times, or these times. You know, I'll be empty, it'll be empty in my home, just Steve and I, and I'll be thinking, wow, think about all the noise that I used to hear, all the singing. I call Sarah my songbird. You have got to hear her sing. You haven't. Oh my goodness, grape juice. Really. I call her my little Aretha Franklin. I'd be at the sink in the kitchen when she was younger, when she first started to sing. And I was just like, I'd turn around when she was at the table and I'd be like, how do you know how to do that? She is amazing. Amazing in like a way that you would never even understand. It's like, how are you that good, child? How do you know how to do that? You know, I can't even do stuff like that at all. Like when I sing, I consider myself like kind of like the 1930 type, 1940s, I would say, singer. Like that's how I like to be. That's my thing. And I could never, you know how they do all the ranges there? I could not. I would not know what I was doing. My voice doesn't really care to do that. I'm not interested. I just don't care. But she just goes all over the place, and it's like she stays on key, and I'm like, wow, girlfriend, how do you do that? So, yeah. So Jesse's here. He's in the other room. It's so nice. It's so nice to have a friend in the neighborhood that your kids, because like nowadays, I mean, yes, I have run into, one family that says to me, oh, yeah, you know, we are really blessed. There's a lot of children in the neighborhood and my kids, and they're homeschooled, and they see a lot of kids through the kids that are outside all the time. But typically, I mean, like my mother even says, you don't even see kids outside anymore. You don't. My kids go out, but there's nobody outside. They're always on the trampoline. They're out on the dirt bikes. We're always out in the yard. Like we're outside all the time. They're out there even playing manhunt still, you know. So it's a good time. You know, when we have people come over, it's a fun thing to go outside. And, but the thing is that it's so beautiful because for the longest time, we didn't have anybody around here. And now, in the last couple of years, Jesse lives right down the street. It's like, are you kidding? So he could be here at 10 o'clock at night. His father will just get in his truck and come right here. Like literally, it's up the street. Like literally right there. And it's just amazing that we have been blessed. I am so incredibly grateful. I mean, even though he's just one person, it's okay. Because it is truly a blessing to have that one extra person. You would think, okay, well, you have 5 people in your house. What's the problem? Nothing. It's just that whenever one person comes in to that 5 people, it adds another kind of dimension, another element, another little bit of stimulation and excitement and saying, oh, hey, you know, and now he really is part of the family. His whole family is part of the family. They're all so nice. Oh my gosh. Nice people. And I say, thank you, God. We even had a Jesse party just to say thank you. Like, because he's so nice. This boy is so nice. And I'm saying, God, thank you. Because you know why? Because when we walk away from Jesse or Jesse walks away from us, my children, they can see what normalcy is. Okay? I try to give it to them, but if they don't want to receive it from me, which because I'm their mother, right? They will be able to see it from somebody else also. And then they can, you know, and they'll say, wow, Jesse's really normal, isn't he? Because he's so nice. Nice is normal. Okay? You want to know what normal is? I keep wheezing. You have to be nice, right? You have to be nice. I don't think there's a mean bone in his body that I have seen. We've known him now for a couple of years, and his parents are so sweet. Oh my gosh. And they're so generous. Really. Honestly. So we are very blessed to have Jesse in our lives. And He doesn't have any brothers or sisters. So it's very nice, you know. So he'll often say, or his parents will say, you know, he's looking for something to do. Can he come over? I'm like, yeah. You don't even have to ask, you know. I like when he just walks through the door, or maybe he'll knock and not open the door. It's just so nice, you know, that he can feel comfortable like that. It's kind of like when my brother once came over my house. I have a lot of brothers. There's 11 of us all together. But he came into my house. I was watching his child, my nephew, and he just walked right over to whatever was on my stove and he started eating it. And I was like, that was so beautiful to know that my brother, here, this person, separate from me, feels so comfortable with just, you know, walking right over to something in my kitchen, not even asking, and just eating it. It was like, are you kidding? This is just like the epiphany. It's like, wow. It's like, this is just so magnificent that he would do that. You know, maybe other people would be like, hey, he didn't ask me. Why? You don't be rude. I have a problem with you. No. Opposite. It's like you love me so much. You feel that comfortable with me that you know that I would want to share my food with you. I love you. Do you know what I mean? So it's wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. Is it safe to come out? Oh. So. Oh, wow. I think about life a lot. I think about how long I will live or anybody else will live. I often think about just how long life will be. And this is serious stuff, man. I'm like, okay, so I die and it's not like I just die. I have to die and then face God. Like, I got to face God. And even though I say I love him and I really try to do what is right by him, I get nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what if he is not, like, I hope he's pleased, but that is like, that has to be frightening. A beautiful frightening, but frightening, you know? One time I went to a shrine. You know what those are? You go, it's a whole grounds of just, there'll be a church, there'll be some religious people like brothers or sisters, like nuns. There could be some priests on site. It's a place of meditation. The Catholic Church offers it. So one that I went to that I'm talking about was named after Saint Teresa of Calcutta. That's Mother Teresa. Woo! But so I have struggled with death a lot. I don't really like it. However, it's God's justice for sure. The proof that what Adam and Eve did that was wrong. Like, people say, well, God's not going to be upset with me if I do this. It's only one thing. And hey, that one thing called pride that Adam and Eve did got us all dying. Yeah, that's the punishment. And the proof is that every single generation dies. Okay? So there's the proof. You know, I don't need to explain any more than that. But I often get nerve-wracked about dying. Like, I just don't like the whole idea of, and I think that way a lot when I'm laying down at night and I'm like by myself and I'm like thinking like, oh my gosh, like here I am in the flesh right now and I'm alive and one day I'm going to be bone. You know, I will be in the grave, decaying. I know this is really gross, but it's true. So anyway, with these thoughts, I think about, you know, and that's when I really find myself to be precious, you know. I don't mean in an arrogant way, but just like, wow, God, thank you so much for like me. I'm animated, you know, my everything's breathing and almost. And, but I think about that a lot. And so one time I went to this shrine, Saint Teresa, and I get out of my car, out of the van. I look across the parking lot, and across the parking lot, there were woods. And in the woods, from a distance, there were statues, okay? A lot of people that don't understand the Catholic faith think that, they believe, that we think that those are alive, okay? Now, either they're crazy themselves, or they think that we're crazy. I don't know. I don't know how you go about this. But anyway, we don't think that statues are alive. We know they are statues. They're just pictures. They're images. Oh my gosh. Did I say image? Ho, 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 ho. Well, the picture that you took of your family member is an image. Yes, it is. And so, so I see these statues in the woods, and I got it. To me, right, it was all different saints, just statues of saints to help us to remember. They're just pictures to help us to remember them and to honor them and all that they did here on the earth and honoring God. So in that moment, it lasted for just not even a whole minute, but I looked across the parking lot. I saw all these statues in there, and it just reminded me very quickly, almost like a blink of an eye. And I was just like, it put me in this really peaceful state of mind. And I just went, wow. And I said, death is okay, because that is going to be the result, is that you're going to be walking among the saints, and hopefully we're one of them, like Mother Angelica says, we're all called to be great saints. Don't miss the opportunity. Yes. So I hope you will strive to be a great saint, because that's the only way we're going to get there. Okay? You can't be horrible. It's not possible. Okay? We have to run the race. We have to go all the way to the end. You have to run it on purpose. It's a deliberate act. All right? So tonight I didn't even go to communion. I didn't, because I got... Oh, hey. I'm making a video. You want to join and say something? No. Oh. Anyway, I did not go to communion tonight because I got so mad at one of the kids. Can you guess who? Be careful. What's his name?
Jesse.
Yeah, right. Forget about it. I think I could live for 100 years and it will never happen. But anyway, I got so mad that I said a word that I wasn't supposed to say. It wasn't like the worst word in the world, but it definitely wasn't impressive. Okay? And it just came out of my mouth, and I was angry, and so I didn't go to communion for that. One, because I don't think that going to communion, I needed to go to confession about that. And also, I think it sets a perfect example for the children to see that I am not going to be so pompous where I think I could just go and do that. And then,
who are you yelling at?
Guess.
Jess?
No. And so I just want the kids to see that, don't think that, you can do whatever you want and then go receive Christ in this way. Okay, so I have to get right. So I had to wait, Plus I couldn't walk around the church. I sat in the way back, and I think that would just cause me to cough my living brains out in the church. Yay! Oh, he's going to watch TV now. All right.
Keep the volume on.
No, it's all right. What am I going to do? Sit here and talk to myself in front of you, to them?
I just talked to my friends from high school.
Oh, yeah? All right. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. God bless you. And remember, do you know my saying? You don't know my saying, huh?
See you in the morning.
No. Not see you in the morning.
5 seconds.
Oh, hey, Saved by the Bell. Wow, look at the color I am now. That's crazy. All right. Remember, God is good all the time.